Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Marvel Legends Thanos Build-A-Figure series Living Laser figure, which is a figure of a character I'm not sure many people really wanted a figure for, but turns out it's actually kind of a cool figure. There's some stuff about this guy that's really fun and unique, and I like it a whole bunch. There's a couple things where Hasbro'd, but you know, that's gonna happen, so let's go ahead and get him off the stand and take a closer look. And this guy stands just about 6.5 inches, which makes him pretty close to 16.5 centimeters. We've seen all of these parts before. This is one of their better bodies, and we have seen it multiple times. Obviously, the head is unique. It's the only unique part on here, but that's okay because this guy looks really, really cool. Aesthetically speaking, there's no figure that Hasbro has released, Toy Biz either, maybe even Mattel, that looks like this. It's pink, but it's very cool looking. It's translucent pink, so that's awesome. There's lightning painted on him, and then there's some shading also. Oh man, this is very fun. It's a very fun figure to put on the shelf. I like it a whole bunch. The paint job for the lightning is really good. It's nice and opaque, very clean. I like that a whole bunch. The pinkish, purplish clear plastic is also done very well. It's very saturated. I'm hoping that comes across on screen very well. And then they did the shading across the chest, which looks really good. It looks great up against the muscles, where it's like not there and then it is there type of thing. It's not just like thrown on there. It's very nicely done. It's relatively subtle. It does carry over for the ab crunch. That's awesome. It doesn't carry over for the butterfly joint, which looks like butts. So that's a big bummer because they did it on the shoulder, they did it here, they didn't do any shading on the bicep area or on the butterfly, so that does kill the effect quite a bit. It's a lot more noticeable on the back. It's definitely a bummer. It doesn't kill the figure, obviously, because it still looks really cool, and once you pose him, you may not notice it as much, but it does look good where it is. The head is sculpted well, painted well. Aesthetically, I'm very pleased with this guy. I'm not sure how accurate these are for him. I don't think he should have these, but I could be wrong. Maybe there's a version of him where he's got arm fins. I don't think that's the case, but maybe it is, so I'm not going to worry about that. Aesthetically speaking, I'm going to give this guy an 8 out of 10. It's very unique. It doesn't take a lot of effort to make something look cool, and this does. It's a fun figure. It looks very nice, so good aesthetics. As far as accessories go, this guy has 2 of Thor's lightning accessories, which are pretty good. I mean, they wrap around his arms well enough, and that's that. They're a little bit more opaque than I would care for them to be, but they're not bad. So accessories, 5 out of 10. Not impressed, but I'm okay with it. Time for the articulation, which is not bad because we've seen this figure before and we know it works pretty well. Only unique thing being the head, and we do still have head articulation. It does lean forward and back a little bit. It's a little tricky to use, but it is there. And then of course you can rotate from side to side a little bit. That's probably going to be enough. I don't think this guy needs to be in particularly dynamic poses, so that's fine. That's okay. Butterfly joints work really well on this body. We already know that. Shoulder joint works really well, better than horizontal. Of course you have your full rotation. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, really no issues there. It works pretty well, better than 90. Wrist swivel and a hinge, 2 fist hands on this guy. That's appropriate. Ab crunch you already saw works nicely, no problems there. A little bit of the pot belly effect because of how they align their hinges. I don't know why they do that, but they do. It's there. I mean, you can probably ignore it, so I guess that's okay. Waist twist is fine. Hips do go forward. It kicks them out to the side just a little bit, but you do get really nice range going forward. No range going back really. Going out to the side, about 45 degrees. Thigh swivel's fine. Double jointed knee works really well. We do have a shin swivel, which is fine, and it does line up well, so if you don't want to use it, it won't be too ugly. And then for the ankles, they're a little stiff, but they do go all the way back. And far enough forward. Could use a little bit more, I guess, but it's not bad. And then we have a really nice ankle rocker. It is almost 90-degree rotation. It is very well done. So articulation on this guy gets, I'm gonna go with 8 out of 10. It's really solid, but we do have a pot belly, and then of course the head is very limited, and then the hips are not the best going out to the side. So 8 out of 10. It's really strong, but you know, there's some room for improvement. And so that's it basically for the review. It's a pretty solid release. It looks cool, poses well. It does have a couple of accessories. There's not much more you could ask for other than a little bit better shading and a little bit of new molding, I guess, but that's probably unreasonable. So final verdict on this guy, I'm gonna give him an 8 out of 10. It's a really solid release. The fun factor makes up for a lot of the issues, But yeah, it's a really solid release, and I recommend it. It's lots of fun, looks cool. There you go. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you come back to the channel. I do have new videos out almost every single day, and obviously that doesn't happen every time, every week, but I would like for it to. So as long as there's stuff to review, I will have videos out every day except for Wednesday. So make sure you come back for that. I've got thousands of reviews for you to check out on a day I don't upload. There's still plenty of content here for you. So make sure you subscribe for all of that good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.